What is up, guys? The King of Bong Style, Jojo Valbano here. I'm here to review over Money in the Bank 2024 because it got deleted. But this was a really good pay-per-view. It was from Canada, which, great crowd. This was a great show. We're going to start off with the men's ladder match, which had Jey Uso, Andrade, LA Knight, Chad Gable, Carmelo Hayes, and Drew McIntyre. And this was brutal. Like, these men went out there and killed each other. Like, Chad Gable lifted up a freaking ladder and threw it over him to hit Andrade. He suplexed Carmelo Hayes in a great suplex. Really loved it. A lot of good spots in this match. A lot of good spots. It ends with Drew McIntyre getting the contract, grabbing it, and he gets the contract, so he gets to cash in whenever he wants to. So that was good. I enjoyed that. I would have went with Chad Gable personally because he looked awesome in this match. He looked probably the best out of everyone. But they all did good in this match. It was a good opener, but Drew gets the win. And yeah, good match. And then we start, our second match was Braun Breaker challenging Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. This was another solid match. It wasn't too long. It was like 6 minutes, 7 minutes around there. But it was fine for what it was. There was a lot of back and forth in this as well. I thought Braun Breaker would win it this time, but he didn't, and I'm fine with it because he won at SummerSlam. But this was a solid match. Like, I enjoyed this. I really did. Sammy gets the win and retains in the end. Solid match. Not like, oh my gosh, it was the greatest match ever, but it was a good match. Like, I enjoyed it. Trish would come out and introduce John Cena, who would come out to the ring. The crowd went crazy. Like, the crowd went crazy for Cena. And then he said, why is he here? And then he said he's here to officially announce his retirement from the WWE. And the whole place went, like, sad. Like, everybody started booing, like, no, no, no. Cena's my childhood, so I don't want to see him go by, but I know it's going to have to happen. But he talked about the crowd. He talked about, like, this crowd was chanting, thank you, Cena, and he said, thank you guys, like, thank y'all. So there was a lot of good stuff. He talked about next year retiring in 2025. He said it'll be his final WrestleMania, not his final WWE appearance, but all his final pay-per-views. He'll be here for all of them, which is great. He's retiring at the end of the year. I believe they said December. And yeah, like, it was really good. Like, this was an emotional segment. Love Cena. One of my favorites, always will be. I booed against him times. Don't get me wrong, but he is one of the best, honestly. And I'm gonna miss the dude. So next year is gonna be tough. Saying bye to Bryan this year, and the next year Cena, like, it sucks. But good promo with Cena. He got the crowd riled up. Canada loved it. He said it's the perfect place because hot, cold, it doesn't matter. Canadians always show up in the end, and yeah, good segment. Enjoyed this. And then we get to Seth Rollins taking on Damian Priest for the WWE title, and no, for the World Championship. And this was really good. I enjoyed this. A lot of back and forth. Seth looked good. Damian looked good at some parts too. There was a lot of back and forth in this. The best part was when Drew McIntyre shows up. His music plays, boom, and then he comes out with the referee holding the briefcase. He claymores Seth, and he claymores Priest. He's about to cover them. CM Punk from out of nowhere just shows up. You could see the place going crazy when Drew's about to pin him. And then Punk attacks him, starts brawling with him, hits him with the chair, continues to hit him with the chair, hits him with the chair, beats the shit out of him, throws him back in the ring, has the chair in his hand that he's about to hit him again, and he looks at the world title, picks it up, walks to the ring, gets up on the apron, and hits Drew right in the face. Damian does his choke slam, covers for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Damian Priest retains his world championship to end this match. CM Punk screws Drew once again. And I called it. I knew it was going to happen at the time, but still, very good match. It was a triple threat in the end. Drew gets screwed over. CM Punk and Drew start officially their feud. And Seth was also pissed off. Seth was not happy about this, like, at all. He was looking at Punk like, dude, you just screwed me out of my final shot. Like, if he lost, he would not be able to challenge for the world title as long as Priest is world champion. But now Priest isn't the world champion, so, and they also made that deal, so it is what it is. But I enjoyed this match. Drew coming out, obviously Punk was next. They brawled. Seth and Punk are going to happen too eventually. But honestly, this was a good match. Good match. And then we get to the best match, in my honest opinion, of the whole show, the women's ladder match. This was sick. All these women deserve credit for everything they did. There was so much crazy to this match. I think it was Zoe and Io that did like a move where they like tombstone. I think Io tombstoned her off the ladder, something like that. And then Tiffany did a front flip off, like a swanton off the top to on all the ladies. Another great spot. Chelsea went up to grab the briefcase. The place is going crazy for her. She's the hometown girl. I'm going crazy. I'm thinking she's gonna win. Up comes Tiffy. She comes up there, looks at Chelsea, and then Chelsea's like, no, don't do it. And then she pushes that ladder. There goes Chelsea off the ladder, right? Like literally, she sold it perfectly, falling onto two tables, perfectly. Loved it. And then Tiffany Stratton grabs the briefcase, and this place went crazy. Like, I mean, crazy for this woman. Love Tiffany Stratton. I'm glad she won the briefcase. I can't wait for her to hold that women's title, to finally beat Nia. Well, not finally, she just won the title, but to finally take the title from Nia, because it's Tiffy time all the time. But yeah, this ladder match was sick. Honestly, the best match of the whole show, in my honest opinion. The other matches were solid, like the main event 6-man tag with the Bloodline, Randy, KO, and Cody. That was good. But this women's ladder match was probably one of the best women's ladder matches I've seen. Like, they delivered. These women killed each other. And that Chelsea spot when she fell and just sold it perfectly, I loved it all. Loved it all. And Tiffany wins in the end. Loved that. But Io and I believe it was Io and Zoe that had that tombstone off the ladder. If I'm wrong, my bad, but I'm pretty positive it was that. And that was another 6 spot. There was a lot of crazy spots to this match. Love this ladder match. I'll watch this ladder match over and over. This was awesome. Great job, women, especially Chelsea. She looked awesome doing that. But then we get to our main event, the 6-man tag, Bloodline. It's Solo, Tomatonga, and Jacob Fatu against Randy, KO, and Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes. And this was another good match. It was a brawl. These 6 men literally went everywhere trying to kill each other. There was a lot of crazy spots. Jeff Hardy. Kevin Owens did a front flip like Jeff Hardy, which was sick. Loved it. Like that. There was a lot of good stuff to this match. A lot of good stuff. And it ends with Jacob holding up Cody, and then Solo does the Samoan spike, pins the WWE champion, and that's how he would earn his title shot at SummerSlam. But this was good. Like, this was good for what it was. I enjoyed it. Nothing like, oh my gosh, but it was good. Good show. I enjoyed the Money in the Bank 2024, honestly. The men's ladder match was great. I also enjoyed the women's ladder match probably the most out of anything. Like, those women, those 6 women killed each other. And I'm giving credit to all of them, seriously. That was a great ladder match. Loved it all. And then, yeah, like that ladder match, the men's ladder match, the Punk and Drew, and then the main event, those 4 things I would say and John Cena, the best parts of the whole show. The IC title match was fine. It just wasn't nothing like I was, oh my gosh, about. But it was fine for what it was. But this was a good show, honestly. I really enjoyed Money in the Bank 2024. I can't wait for Tiffany to win that women's title. And it sucks Drew lost his briefcase, but it is what it is. It went with the story, so that's all that matters. We all knew Punk was going to screw him over again to lead to this match. So, good show. I really enjoyed this. 4 out of 5 for Money in the Bank. I really thought it was a good show. The crowd was great. Like, yeah, can't really complain about it. But I did want to talk about Ricky Starks because I read some reports yesterday that he's possibly a free agent already from like July. And if that's true, NXT No Mercy, I believe, is next Sunday. So he could show up there for all we know. Like, just get Ricky on TV. If he is still with AEW, Tony, just use this man. You said you're a fan of his. Use him then. Prove you're a fan, because I just don't feel like you are. You just say it because we're fans, but Ricky should be on TV. I don't want to see him leave AEW. I wish he would stay there, but they're not using him, so I don't blame him for leaving. But if his contract is up since July and he shows up, I'm ready. I would show up on the first NXT of CW, which is October 1st, 2nd, I think one of those. But that's where I would debut Ricky Starks, because he is money and he needs to be on television. The dude has had great rivalries with MJF, with CM Punk, with Powerhouse Hobbs, Brian Cage. I can keep going. There were so many matches. This dude, he is a heel face. It doesn't matter. Ricky is money. Just book the dude, please. Any company, I don't care. Just want to see the absolute Ricky Stocks. But tonight is AEW's go home show to All In on Sunday. We have we have Toni Storm defending her women's title against Saraya, which doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. Will Ospreay and MJF will be face to face. I believe Bryan and Swerve will be face to face with Nigel in the ring, I believe. And then I'm not sure what the rest of the card is, but should be a good show. They're in Europe. I'm excited for All In on Sunday afternoon. So I'm just hoping it's a good show. It's your final show before the biggest pay-per-view of the year. You have to make this big. And do not have Saraya win. Love Saraya, one of my favorites, but Saraya should not be winning. Honestly, I love Saraya. Big, big, big fan. It's not the right time, personally, at all. It is not the right time. She hasn't been on TV at all, and yeah, I would not have her win in this match. Let Tony obviously retain. It's Mariah and Tony. It shouldn't be anybody else, but I like Saraya. I'm a big fan. I could see her totally leaving and going back to the WWE, because I love AEW. I really do, but they're not doing the best with Ricky. They're not doing the best with Saraya. At least Saraya's on TV. Ricky is not on TV. It really pisses me off. I'm so over that. Ricky needs to be on television. So hopefully somebody puts this man on television, because Ricky Starks is money, absolute money. So I'm hoping he shows up in NXT. If it's the main roster, he stays in AEW. It doesn't matter. Just book this dude. That's all, honestly. But I appreciate you guys. We'll be back tonight for AEW's Go Home show, the review. I'll be doing Clash at King of the Ring tomorrow, because we have to redo a few of them. So I'll be doing that one, and then Friday I'll do Backlash, and then yeah. So appreciate you guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back tonight right after AEW, and yeah, thanks. Peace out.